This is part 3 of a 3-part series on why I voted no on the new House rules that move certain committee meetings from public view to go behind closed doors. The third and most troubling changes to the House rules are the cuts to House Rule 20, titled Open Committee Meetings. Open? Open to whom? The public. Listen carefully to these following words from Rule 20. Every meeting of a committee of the House or a committee composed of a member or members from the House and the Senate held for the purpose of making decisions on matters referred to the committee shall be open to the public. This is the same passage from the Hawaii Constitution, Article 3, Section 12. Rule 20 used to protect transparency, but the following words were cut out. Every committee authorized and/or established under Part 3 of these rules shall be a committee of the House. Also cut was this sentence: every meeting of a special committee, interim committee, or the advisory committee on rules and procedure shall be noticed in the same manner as applicable to a standing committee. And House Rule 19 is all about the advisory committee on rules and procedure. The previous House rules used to mandate open meetings for this specific committee. The House Speaker convened an advisory committee on rules and procedure via a memo dated December 31st, 2024. It met behind closed doors at least once, but it was not publicly noticed, nor was the committee open to the public. In fact, it wasn't even open to representatives other than the 4 who were appointed to that committee. We did not get to review the proposed changes in the rules until 24 hours beforehand. A democracy lives in the process. If we're just concerned with the outcomes, we should stand aside for a benevolent dictator using AI to write bills. I recently heard a colleague say that these House rules were just an internal document that describes how we treat each other. To rebut that point, I will let the rules speak for themselves. The preface to House rules in both the current and proposed versions state in relevant part, it is the policy of the House of Representatives to provide the general public with a meaningful opportunity to participate in the legislative process. It continues that public participation is a basic tenet of our democratic process. Public participation is vital to maintaining a check on the legislative process and legislative decisions. Because we cut the public out of this process and because these new rules will cut the public out of the legislative process moving forward, I voted to reject these changes to the House rules.